I to not keep trying. And then this genocide happens in Gaza. And at the time, when it first happened, I did not really understand the nature of the colonial violence that leads to something like this. I had been raised to think that Israel was just this really cool vacation destination where you get a free trip when you turn 18 and you like get to get wasted and hang out with physically attractive IDF soldiers. So it took me time to learn the nature of this reality. But when it happened, I was so surprised that more and more people from the gun violence prevention community weren't standing up against this, because my adult life began with me calling for an end to mass violence being committed using weapons manufactured in the United States of America. And we were watching this on a much bigger scale. And I was like, how is it acceptable when children and adults, innocent people, are being slaughtered at my high school? But like, how is it, excuse me, how is it unacceptable when that's happening, but it's acceptable when the people being killed are brown and Muslim? So
Right.
that energized me a lot. And that was a big motivator for why I got involved with this race. Was I knew it was going to be a race where a lot of the candidates, due to the demographics in this district, wanted to just kind of get away with being like, oh no, what happens in Gaza is terrible. It's terrible that this is happening. We need a two-state solution and everything. And I was like, no, I have a platform. I have tools in my box where I can actually make a difference here. So I'm going to use every tool at my disposal to draw attention to a lot of different issues that a lot of people might not go as hard on. But this was a very meaningful one to me.
Yeah, and I want to get to your platform on that because I mean it's one of the best kind of most unambiguous and truthful analyses of what the Israeli project is actually looking like that I've seen on a candidate's website. I mean, I can't really think of one. Like you talk about it. I guess maybe we'll circle back then. You speak about Greater Israel and what the reality is and what the Netanyahu Israeli government is trying to do there. Can you explain a little bit about your platform and why it's not just ceasefire now? You chose to put like a more comprehensive plan together about how you would tackle this if you were to get into Congress.
Well, we've had ceasefires, and look what those have done for us, right? The only way this is going to stop is if we stop financing it. And to the people in my district, the many people who are very pro Israel, I say to them, there's nothing better for the state of Israel's survival as a state than us immediately putting our foot down and saying, you cannot commit this colonial violence anymore. Because the state of Israel, after October 7th, had an amount of international goodwill that was like America after 9/11. The whole world stuck their neck out for the state of Israel. And it was as if the acts of violence that Israel had committed in the years leading up to this for decades, it was as if the Nakba didn't happen. It was